we want to see how many times 7 goes into 4,521. Or you could think of that as 4,521 divided by 7. Alright, we want to figure out what that's equal to. We do this by starting to look at the thousands place. So how many groups of 7,000 would go into 4,000? Well, 7,000 is much bigger than 4,000, so we say that 0 7,000s go into 4,000. Let's move on then to the hundreds place. Since we didn't use any thousands when we were counting up how many thousands went in there, we're going to include those in our hundreds. So instead of saying that we just have 500, we're going to say we have 4,500. Okay? We want to figure out how many 700s goes into 4,500. Well, you know that 7 times 6 gives you 42. So 7 times 600 gives you 4,200. Alright? One more than that would have been 7 times 7, which would have been 4,900, which is too much. So we're going to say 600 times it goes in there. So underneath, we're going to write our 4,200. We're going to subtract that from our total. Alright, we're left with 321. Now, we're going to move on, and we're going to look at our tens place. We want to figure out how many tens times 7 gives us 321. We know that 7 times 4 gives us 28. So 7 times 40 would give us 280. So what we're going to say is we're going to say that 7 times 40 is going to give us 280. And from there, we're going to subtract again. Now we're left with just 41 that we have to divide into 7 groups. So lastly, let's look at our ones position. How many 7s go into 41? Well, 7 times 6 is 42. That's too much. So let's do 7 times 5. 7 times 5 gives us 35. So we are going to write our 5 up here and our 35 down here, because 7 times 5 gives us 35. So we're going to subtract that from our total, and we're left with 6. What is this 6? Well, this 6 is our remainder. Okay? So what is our remainder out of? Well, some people will just say remainder of 6. To be more accurate, we have 645 and 6 sevenths. So I would prefer seeing it written like so. You can always double check your work by adding up these numbers over here. Alright, if we do that, we would get 4,515. If we added our 6 onto there, our 6 remainders from right here, we should get 4,521, which is what we started with.